Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Makakadash, and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Ba'Hashem, in the name of Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, Nashwan Kadash Little Tongue, and Barakatham to the elders, Wa'akim Wa'akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson of this recent news article. Especially we've been seeing the rise in tensions heating up between NATO and Russia. And this is a news article from RT.com as of November the 18th, 2024. And it reads, NATO countries preparing for populations for war, media reports. It says Norway, Sweden, and Finland are reportedly urging citizens to stock up essentials to get through the first few days of a crisis. It says several Nordic countries have published information advising their population on how to prepare for a possible war or other unexpected crisis. Multiple media outlets have reported. It says Sweden started sending out millions of updated booklets this week, titled "In a Case of a Crisis or War." This year pamphlet is twice as large as the last edition because of what the government described as a worsening security situation due to the Ukraine conflict. The security situation is serious, and we are needing to strengthen the resilience to face various crises and ultimately war. Swedish civilian constituents agency director Macaulay Fresell had stated. Finland has launched a new website on the prepare for incidents and crisis, while Norwegians have reportedly began receiving pamphlets urging them to be prepared to manage on their own for a week in the event of extreme weather, war, or other threats. The guides includes instructions on what to do in the event of several scenarios and asks citizens to make sure they can take care of themselves at least initially in the event of a crisis. Fans are urging to be prepared to cope with power outages during the winter months with to back up power supplies. Alden tablets used to protect the thyroid gland from the effect of radiation and easy to cook foods. The Finnish online brochure also explains on how the government plans to respond to any case of country is under attack. Recommendations in Sweden, including keeping enough food and drink water for 72 hours, suggesting citizens to stock up on potatoes, cabbage, carrots, and eggs. Earlier this year, Denmark emergencies and management agencies informed the public on how much water, food, and medication individuals need to get through a crisis situation last 3 days. Both Stockholm and Helsinki recently dropped decades of military non-alliance to join NATO after hostilities broke out between Russia and Ukraine. Sweden, the newest addition to the U.S.-led military bloc, joined this year. Finland so do so in 2023. Norway and Denmark were among its founding members. Bring up that Joel 3 and verse 9. This is the book of Luke 21, verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun, and the moon, and the stars upon the earth. The squares of nations will perplexing seas reservoir. Right, so we're seeing the increasing seditions, uproars of people, wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Like I mentioned before, NATO versus Russia. That's why you had I believe it's the news article mentioned, just in case, They going through under a heavy crisis. That's why they sent the pamphlet to the citizens of a possible preparing for an actual war and a major event if it takes place. And like I mentioned before, we've been seeing the rising tensions been heating up of the U.S. led bloc of NATO versus Russia and Belarus and Russia together going against NATO. So tensions been heating up. That's why the citizens got that important message from their leaders of a potential crisis or a potential of their countries come under potentially under any attack for them to get prepared for it. And this is the book of Amos, chapter 8, and verse 11. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh thy power, that I will send a famine in a land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst for water, but the hearing of the words of Yahweh." Right, so in these last days, it's going to be a famine of word for lack of bread, for lack of water, but the hearing of the words of the Heavenly Father Yahweh. Amos 8, verse 12. They shall wander from sea to sea, from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro, try to seek the words of Yahweh, and shall not find it. Amos 8 and verse 13, "In that day shall fair virtue, young man, faithful thirst." Now I want to get to that Joel, the third chapter. This is the prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. "Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up." Right, just like that news article just came out from NATO. One of their leaders made that announcement. They had a pamphlet to get to their citizens just in case they come under enemy attack, which is most likely from Russia and countries that they have tensions with. That's Belarus and Russia and other countries that's allies back of Russia, just in case they come under enemy attack, which is the U.S. led bloc of NATO. As the leader of those countries of NATO sent that warning and gave those pamphlet, just in case, said to their citizens, just in case they come under enemy threat or they going through harsh conditions or winter or survival kits, etc. But the main point is we definitely been seeing the rising tensions been heating up between NATO and Russia. Joel chapter 3 verse 9. "Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up." The prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. It says, "Beat your plowshares and swords and the pruning hooks into spears, and let the weak say I'm strong." Right, let the weak say I'm strong. And the Heavenly Father's putting that warlike mindset of these are armies of nations, which we're going to be seeing in these last days as well, too. And this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 6. "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet." Right, increasing wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, just like NATO versus Russia, Belarus and Russia together going against NATO. So tensions been definitely been heating up on both sides. Matthew 24 verse 7. "For nation shall rise against nation," right? Different ethnicity groups of armies of nations clashing against one another. We definitely been seeing wars and rumors of wars between NATO and Russia have been heating up. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places." So with that, hopefully this sit down lesson was edifying of this recent news article. As it says again, November 18th, 2024, and it reads, "NATO countries preparing for a population for war," media reports. "Norway, Sweden, and Finland are reportedly urging citizens to stockpile up and essentials to get through the few first days of a crisis." Right, just in case. Like I mentioned before, we definitely been seeing the tensions been heating up between NATO and Russia. So that's why Norway, Sweden, and Finland told citizens urged to stockpile up on the essentials just in case, of a potential crisis might actually happen, especially if they come under enemy attack from their adversaries, which is, potentially Russia and Belarus and other countries that's NATO got adversaries of those countries as a prime example. As it says again, NATO countries preparing population for war. Right, just like I brought up that Joel 3 and verse 9, prepare, wake up the mighty men, prepare war. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. And that's that Joel 3 and verse 9 and Joel 3 and verse 10. And at Matthew's 24 verse 6, which is wars and rumors of wars. Matthew's 24 verse 7, nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. So with that, once again, hopefully this sit down lesson was edifying of this recent news article as of November the 28th, 2024 from World News from RT.com. As it says again, as I mentioned before, tensions definitely been heating up between NATO and Russia. As it says again, NATO countries preparing for population for war, media reports. So with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Karkadash, and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Bahashem, the name of Mashiach Yahushua. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashwan Kadash tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders where I came on Akwaf. Until next time, I will say Shalom.